Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Thursday. How's your day going? Hopefully you're all having a good day. Hopefully you're all having a great week. It's almost to the end of the week. The weekend is almost here. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. We are on the road to 1,500 subscribers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What is going on? If you're watching this on X, make sure you come over to YouTube. Go to the homepage. Come over to YouTube. Join the conversation. I would greatly appreciate it. And it looks like I got my man Moz on the channel right now. What's up, bro? How's it going?
It's going, man. It's going. Getting ready to travel tomorrow.
Where are you going?
Nevada.
For military stuff?
Yep.
Military debt. Okay. Well, at least you'll be, I think it's somewhat warmer there, I would imagine. No? Oh, I guess you're screwed either way. All right.
Yep, exactly. That's how it works. Here, go fuck yourself with the snow. Now go fuck yourself with dry cold. That's
yeah. Well, shout out to Mazza who went live yesterday. That was a fun little show that he did with both with Jason, Lynn, Donald. That was a good time. So make sure you all subscribe to the 4 Train Express. Let me say what's up to the chat real quick. It looks like I got close to 200 people in the chat right now. So X and YouTube, huh?
178, 179. It's going up.
Yeah. So we're getting up to that 200 number. So between X and YouTube. So it's great stuff. But let's see who we got in the chat. We got Jonathan, Stephen B, Ken, Graham is in the chat. What is up? Who else we got in the chat? We got Jack, Lou, Li. What's up, Li? How you doing, bro? You know I love you, man. I'm gonna give you a hard time, but I still love you. I promise. Gusto, what up, Gusto? Like, share, subscribe. What up, Gusto? How's it going, my friend? How are you? Dev Finch is in the building. Keith is in the building. What's up? Hey, Joe, how's it going? From NY Yankee Mania. Salute. How is everybody doing? But and we got Donovan Michaels who just joined the chat. What's up, Donovan? And David Cohen. What's up, David? How's it going, David? Li. Presley to the Cubs is close, but apparently he has to waive his no trade clause, which he hasn't done yet.
He has a full no trade. That's the only caveat. So
there's quite a few signings today, right? It's been a busy Thursday. So, Pro in a 3-year deal, $42 million with the
Braves.
With the line of Braves. So good pickup for the Braves. And then the Yankees picked up 2 relievers off of waivers, 2 pitchers, one from
Contreras from Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. So So Roansy Contreras. They picked him up. Yeah, he was off of the Baltimore Orioles. So the thing with Contreras was that he was drafted by the Yankees back in 2016.
Yes, it was. I forgot about that.
He got traded to the Pirates, and that's when the Yankees got Jameson Taillon in that trade. They got a few players. So, I don't know if these guys are going to be, roster pieces, or is this part of like a deal that the Yankees are trying to work up? They signed 2 arms off of waivers. Now, the one guy that they got off of waivers, what was his name? Alan Winans from the Braves.
Yep.
So as far as his 4-seamer, sits between 90 to 91. His sinker is between 89 to 90. So he's a sinker guy, which Matt Blake loves. We know how much Matt Blake loves those sinker pitchers who throw sinkers. So that's right up his alley.
Yep.
As far as his major league career goes, not the greatest, between 23 and 24, 7.20 ERA and 40 frames. But he's got a strong track record in AAA. As far as his minor league levels go, 3.26 ERA, 21.8 strikeout rate, 6.9% walk rate. So minor league numbers are good. Major league numbers, not so much. But, again, I know a lot of fans are probably looking at this as like, oh, another dumpster dive move. But every time they do dumpster dive moves, guess what? They end up working out. And it's names that we don't even think about or heard of. But I was hoping the Yankees were maybe looking to that guy Brandon Isert, who Jason paid, but he signed with the let me look this up here. He signed with the Rays actually, so
yeah.
Help pad out trades to protect guys in the farms we don't want to give up. Yeah. I mean, these guys could be depth pieces. They could be again part of a package because we know the Yankees are trying to shop Marcus Stroman right now. But they have some.
Did you happen to be in the chat when Jason was talking about Arenado and the Yankees?
I caught some of it. What was he saying?
Talk to Jason about it, but it sounds like the Yankees are trying to hone in on getting a deal done for Arenado.
Mm-hmm.
But talk to Jason about it. He has more info on that.
Okay. Yeah, as far as Arenado, I'm sure the Yankees are in on him, but I could see a scenario where he gets traded to the Dodgers. So, I mean, that would be home for him. And the Dodgers need to, they already need to make room or cut a couple of guys. They got one of their pitchers that's available. I forgot. I think it was Brazier, I think is what his name.
Brazier.
Yeah. So he's available. He's a righty arm. I wish he was a lefty arm because I was like, maybe the Yankees could look into him. But
and in answer to Graham's question, they would definitely be looking at either John King or Jojo Romero if they were to ask for Arenado.
I mean, I
wouldn't be upset about.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't be upset about it either. I wouldn't mind either one of those guys back. So that would be great. Again, the Yankees have been very quiet as of late. So they signed a couple of pitchers off waivers. Let's see what that turns into. I still believe that they will get a bat. It's just a matter of who. They still have some open spots under 40 man. So again, I think they're going to get somebody. They're going to get a bat. I just don't know who that is. And I know I've said it time and time again. They can't go into the season with DJ LeMahieu. It just cannot happen. So I think Mazda's trying to sign back. Okay, he's back, it looks like. So
sorry, hey, someone was calling me. That's what did it.
Okay. But yeah, we're hearing and like as far as other baseball news goes, we're hearing Pete Alonso talks are advancing, so to speak, between him and the
my guess is he'll probably end up in Toronto. They're in the advanced stages. It sounds like Toronto wants to add another bat, and they don't think that they're going to be able to retain Vlad Guerrero. So that would be my guess. And no, Ken, that's not where I'm headed to. I'll text you, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, Gusto, I have Cashman and Hal's number. I'll give them a call. See what's coming next. Definitely. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see where Pete Alonso goes, where he signs. I know, Stephen B. I know Cohen's been talking to Alonso, but they're not able to meet. Come to an agreement. It sounds like the talk. I mean, based on the report, right? I think that was put out by John Morrissey. That the Blue Jays and Alonso are in advanced talks, and it sounds like a deal is. They're making progress. They're just, I think, maybe working out the kinks. I think they're trying to come to agree on the terms.
So for the reason why the Mets were not, I don't think, are retaining him is because Steve Cohen only wanted to offer him, I think it was like $60 million or something like that for 3 years, or $65 million for 3 years. Something between like 60 and 90 million, and he was looking for like 5-6 years for 150 million or something like that. And they
Yeah.
were too far apart with money and years, which is what ended up cooling off the talks with the Mets.
Yeah, Graham is saying 68 to 70 was the report.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
So it was in that ballpark.
Yeah, and I heard the Blue Jays was offering, and I don't know if it's true, but they were trying to offer 75 million.
For how many years?
I would assume 3, right? Because of what's his name got paid that just signed. Why am I drawing a blank? Christian Walker.
Oh,
because he signed. He's getting 20 million, right?
yeah.
So you would imagine Alonso's looking. He's probably going to look for 25 million a season.
Yeah.
So, well, whether it's Steve Cohen or Stearns, I mean,
doesn't matter. They're still too far apart.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still too far apart. But the fact of the matter is, the way folks were talking about the Mets, it sounded like Steve Cohen was going to go.
Hey, NFV. Sorry, I got some news for you on that Cubs trade.
Okay, what do you got?
Presley has not agreed to waive his no trade clause to go to Chicago. So it sounds like that deal's probably falling apart now because he has not agreed to waive his no trade clause. That's on MLB Trade Rumors. I just went to look to see if there's any update on that, and that popped up.
All right, there you go. There you have it, folks. I mean, there was a deal in the works to trade Presley to the Cubs, but he's got a no trade clause. That's the beauty of the no trade clause. You can use it and be like, nope, I'm rejecting this offer, and I'm staying right here. So
that's the beauty of it, and the beauty of it is that you have the ability to tell a team to go screw off.
Pretty much,
essentially. So,
yeah, pretty much.
That's
so
the latest on that. I just wanted to let you know because I just saw that.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for sharing that. So yeah,
no problem, Graham.
Yeah, so there's some breaking news right there that so it looks like a trade is not happening as of right now. Maybe it could happen with another team. Maybe they try to trade him to another team and Presley agrees. I know he has a vesting option for 2025. He would be a 1-year rental for whatever team he plays for because he'll be a free agent. So, yeah, man. So Bregman, you're hearing stuff about Alex Bregman, right? I don't know if you've been catching up.
Yes, I heard that. This is according to Bob Nightingale. I haven't seen anything corroborating on it, but it sounds like he has 2 very serious offers on the table as we speak. I don't know who they're from. My guess, the Red Sox and the Tigers are the 2 teams that have the offers on the table for him.
Mm-hmm.
Those have been the 2 teams that have been most heavily linked to Bregman because of his connection with Alex Cora and AJ Hinch from his Houston days. My guess is those are probably the 2 teams. From what Jason was talking about last night, the Red Sox were pushing to put a 7-year offer out for him. So that's the reason why my guess is the Red Sox are in on this as well. But right now, it sounds like he has 2 serious offers on the table from 2 teams, according to Bob Nightingale. I haven't gotten any corroborating reports on it, but that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be for Boston. It's going to be interesting, right? Because if they sign Bregman, then what's going to happen with Devers, right? Because Devers doesn't want to play first. I highly doubt he wants to play first base. He wants to stay put at third. So what do you do with Devers?
So at this juncture, if the Red Sox were to sign Bregman, they could move Bregman to short or second. I don't know if Bregman's going to want to do that. But if that's the case, you don't want to piss Devers off. That's the one thing the Red Sox cannot afford to do. especially they're trying to build around him. And I know that they've got Cassis over at first, and they like Cassis, and they should. He's good for them. Not trying to start anything. What my point is if they do sign Bregman, then they've got to figure out if they're going to move Bregman or move Devers and tell him he has to move and then try and trade Cassis. So they have to kind of figure out how to play this here, especially if they really are making a serious run at Alex Bregman.
Yeah, I just if I'm speaking as a baseball fan, I think Bregman at second or shortstop would be bad. I think it would be bad.
I agree.
It would be terrible if the Red Sox were to, if he signed with the Red Sox, right? Let's just say he did. I think that would be a terrible move for the Red Sox to put him at second or short.
I agree 100%. But Devers has already stated he does not want to move.
Right.
And that's your franchise player. So you don't want to piss off your franchise player, because then that's going to cause all sorts of problems, and it's going to cause a headache for them. And he may ask to be traded if that happens, because he's already stated he does not want to move from third.
Yeah, I mean, you keep him at third. So, and Ken saying, I guess Chicago Sports is saying the other team is the Cubs.
Okay,
so,
there you go. So,
yeah.
Ken, thank you for that. I was just going off of what possibly could have been the other team, but that's good information.
Yeah, I know Bregman has already said he would play. He'd be willing to move to second and was actually a shortstop with the Astros. But I think his best position is third.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think. But
now, here's a little something, NFE, and you don't have to agree with this. And, you guys in the chat can call me nuts, and I'm okay with that. I accept that. If, let's say, the Cubs end up beating the Red Sox out for Alex Bregman, and Alex Bregman does go to Chicago, does that make Nico Hoerner more expendable? In my opinion, it does. Granted, he is hurt, and I understand that, but maybe that's a route that the Yankees could look into if the Cubs sign Bregman, because it would make Hoerner more expendable, and because I don't think John Birdie really makes Hoerner more expendable, but no. Bregman would.
Listen, Hoerner was one of those guys that I said, maybe the Yankees could go after him. Maybe they could acquire him along with Cody Bellinger. I didn't necessarily rule that out. So I mean, I'd be down for that. I mean, Hoerner, you could easily plug him at second base, right? Yep. And you could keep Jazz at third. He's got some years of control. He's not like a big power bat guy, but he doesn't have to be. We want somebody that could get on base and get hits, make contact with the ball. Potentially leadoff. He could be a leadoff guy. Yeah. The Yankees don't have anybody that is a leadoff guy right now. If you look at the current roster right now with the Yankees, I mean the best person that would be available for the leadoff guy is Volpe. I mean, really, he's the guy that makes the most sense. So, yeah, I think that Hoerner is out for a bit. That's why they signed Birdie. Yeah, you're right. You are correct there. So that's the only downfall with guys like Hoerner, guys like Hassan Kim. If the Yankees were looking into
my issue with Kim is his constant trips to the IL.
Yeah.
And I get that he is fast. I get that he's a fantastic defender. I get all of that. However, it's his injury history that I do not care for. His injury history is very concerning. I think he's had a hip injury, a back injury, an arm injury, a shoulder. He's had all these different injuries over the course of the years. And not something that we need. We need to be healthy. We were healthy for a very, very big portion of last year, and thankfully so. But we need to remain in that spot of being healthy. And getting Ha-Sung Kim would not be beneficial in the sense of staying healthy.
Right. Yeah. And the problem is too with the infield options that the Yankees are trying to explore. I mean, there's not really a lot of options either. That's the other thing. So they're very limited right now. And if they're looking for a third baseman, they're absolutely limited when it comes to third base. Second base, there's probably a little bit more options. I know ideally they would probably would love to move Jazz over to second, but I don't know.
They may not be able to.
Right, and he
And
may just
that's where,
continue from the third.
and I had suggested Marco Luciano from San Francisco as an option. He is a shortstop and a second baseman, but we already have a shortstop, so you would automatically have to put him at second base. And I think he would thrive over there better because he doesn't have to have all that pressure on him.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't know. There was we talked about a lot of. I know in our group chat we talked about a lot of infielders that may be out there that the Yankees could go after, but I know one of those guys we talked about, right? For example, would be Luis Ariz, but I know defensively he's not great after and that's my only drawback with Ariz, but he's a singles machine.
And that's what you would need him for. You wouldn't need him for much else. I mean, defense, okay, I can give you that. His defense isn't great. However, him being a singles machine, I'm okay with because it sets the table for everybody else. And it would expand the lineup a lot more than what we have right now. Ariz also is a career 323 hitter, folks. So that's something else to think about.
Nah, copy. I'm just registering what you're telling me right now. So I'm just thinking in my head too of just like other players that the Yankees could potentially look into. But I still feel as though the Yankees are going to make a move. It's just a matter of for who. I mean, they have a few names that are a few roster spots that are open right now on the 40 man. So they're not exactly. They don't have the 40 man filled up yet. So I just who knows, man. Like I said, they added those two relievers. Whether I know it sounds like the reliever that they got from the Orioles, Weiss, or no, not Weiss. What was his name again? I don't know why I'm
Contreras.
Or from the Braves, not the dude from the Braves.
Oh,
Winans.
Yeah.
Winans. So Winans is one guy. I think he might compete for a spot in the bullpen. I don't know what they do with Contreras, but I mean one of those guys could potentially get traded too. So So I don't know. There's
you have options though. That's all. That's what we can say.
Yeah, they do have options. We've been saying it all season, man. I think just adding one more bat to the infield, it would complete their off season. I think it would be, to me, it would be an excellent off season to what they have already done. They have done a good job of adding players in this offseason. And, some players we didn't even expect. Devin Williams, I mean, who saw that one coming?
They were expecting him to go to the Dodgers.
Yeah, well, it sounded like there was a deal that was almost done.
It was done, I think. They were just hashing out the last few details, and then the Yankees came in and said, here's Durbin and Cortez. And they're like, okay, here you go. Here's Williams.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
And what's his face? Who's the guy that they gave up?
Durbin and Cortez.
Durbin and Cortez. Yeah, I don't know why I'm drawing blanks on these names today, man.
It happens, man.
But yeah, no, but I think honestly, I think the Yankees, whatever bat they get, I think they're going to think more. I think they're going to think defense first.
Yeah,
because that's been the theme this offseason is getting guys that are defensively good, like Bellinger. Defensively, he's excellent. Goldschmidt, I know some folks like it, some folks don't, but he is an upgrade at first base because you didn't
I don't
really
have a problem with Goldschmidt.
I don't either.
You know,
For 1 year, I have no issues.
I'll tell you what. At first, I was very hesitant about it, but now that I actually look at the Goldschmidt signing, it really wasn't that bad of a signing. It was actually a steal for a guy that age who can still play a pretty solid defense.
Yeah, he struggled in the first half of the season, but then he turned it around.
Yeah,
in the second half, and honestly, he's an upgrade over DJ and Rizzo. I mean, it's just the facts. So you'll get better production out of him, hopefully. So the Yankees, like I said, they've made some good moves. They added a couple of relievers. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But as far as other things going on around like Major League Baseball, though, there's been a lot. It's been a busy day. It's been a really busy day. So, and in Furnace, man, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. What's new, man? Hopefully you're doing all right. I think you're out in California, aren't you? If I'm not mistaken, hopefully if you are in California, hopefully you're safe from all those wildfires going on there. So, but yeah. So let's see what happens with Pete Alonso. Does he sign with the Blue Jays? That would be awesome if that we could break that news right now. That would be
huge.
Yeah, that would be huge, man. If they can, yeah. If I would love to. Here we go. Yeah, you good?
Yeah. So what happened with Jeff Jones?
Oh, he was just running his mouth, so I timed him out.
Cool.
Just tell me to state my credentials and whatnot. I'm like, I don't make these claims. I have no connections to anybody.
So the way the money for Profar's deal is broken up is he's getting $12 million this year, and then 15 for the next two.
So 14 next year, 15 for the next two.
12 this year for 2025, and then 15 for the next two. So it'd be $30 million for 26 and 27, and then for 2025 he would make $12 million.
Got it. Cold Italian Pizza, how you doing? What's up, Cold Italian Pizza? Have I ever made this claim that I have friends in the Yankees front office?
No.
Okay. Well, I never made that claim, dude. Don't make false claims.
Also, I just want to touch on something that Eli has been going on with Graham about.
Okay.
He's saying if Bregman gets signed, you've got Bregman, Swanson, Horner, and then Bush at first. Here's the thing. Graham brought something up in that, and it's actually a very valid point. And I'm trying to find it, but he was saying that if the Cubs were to sign Bregman, they value one of their top prospects. His name is Matt Shaw. They value him very highly. And Graham had said, and shout out to you, Graham, because it was a very, very, very good point. If the Cubs signed Bregman, they would more than likely move Horner so they could give Shaw his shot at second and to make the big league team to play second. So I just wanted to point that out because I thought that was a very valid point and a very good point on Graham's part. So shout out to you, Graham.
Yeah, no, Graham knows his stuff, man. Graham knows his stuff. I see him in my chats, obviously, and other people's chats. He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. He knows what he knows what he's talking about. But what's with the trolls today, man? They're coming after me.
No idea. Did you see what Gusto said?
Yeah, they're active today, bro.
And then you got Stephen B. NFE, bring the mats out. I'm tempted. I mean, shoot, these trash talkers on the. And then I like this comment by Graham. They're not going to block Shaw, and they're not going to. And everything that I've heard and seen, from Matt Shaw is that he is a very, very talented infielder. He has a very good glove and a very good bat, and I see why the Cubs are so high on him. Matt Shaw is one of those prospects that the Cubs value for a reason. So they don't want to block him, which is why I'm agreeing with Graham that they are going to probably end up trading Horner so they can give Shaw his shot.
Yeah, Li is asking who's trading for Horner. I mean, the Yankees most definitely can. I mean, they traded for Bader when he was hurt. So,
yeah,
it's possible. Anything is possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen. What happened? Oh,
Need the mats and some popcorn. Yes, Li, you would have to trade Horner to start Shaw, and they would do that. That's what Graham is saying, and that's what I'm saying, is that they would be willing to do that because they know they've got a gem in Matt Shaw. Yankees probably would more than likely be in on that. Who's another team that could use a second baseman?
A team that could use a second baseman. I mean, nobody in the AL East. Guardians.
I mean, go with Guardians who need to.
Yeah, Guardians. Maybe. I was going to say the Tigers, but probably
Tigers.
Probably not the Tigers. Billy Masterson. I don't know what you're talking about with Max Coverage TV, dude. He never posts. I've never heard him post false information. So I don't know what you're talking about there, dude.
I know this isn't my show, but I'm going to tell y'all now. If you're going to start making claims about someone, you better have the proof to back it up. Because if you don't, we're not putting up with that.
Yeah, for real, man. It's like don't come. I don't know why y'all come. I don't know why some folks come in here to start trouble for no reason. So, but anyway, yeah. I was gonna say the Guardians maybe. I was gonna say the Tigers, but it's probably not gonna be the Tigers, just because they got
the Royals aren't gonna do it because they got India.
Yeah, it won't be the Royals. You know,
maybe not Minnesota because they're trying to shed payroll. Maybe Oakland or Sacramento now, as they're called.
Oh, Sacramento, yeah.
Texas doesn't need one. Angels, maybe. There's multiple teams.
Angels, yeah. And then if you go to the National League side?
National League side, Rocky's got, what's his name? What's his name?
Ezekiel Tovar, but he plays, what do you call it? He plays shortstop.
Oh, so maybe Colorado. Maybe no, because San Diego's got to rise. Maybe the Giants they are in need of a second baseman. I don't know if they are though. Reds maybe because they don't have a second baseman.
Yeah, David is stating that they have Renjifo, the Angels.
I thought he was a third baseman.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. He plays second base? Okay, I thought he. Oh, Rendon does play third base.
That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about
Rendon.
You know,
Yeah.
he fell off the map so much and so quickly, you just forget about him.
Yeah. Rendon. I don't want to go into that. I don't want to go into that. That rabbit hole. But yeah, he definitely fell off big time, and he was such an excellent player too. But he fell off.
He just I don't know what happened to him. He collapsed.
Well, he just stopped caring about the game. Is what it boiled down to.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah. Oh shoot, D's channel is here. I haven't seen D's channel in a while. What's up, D's channel? Brad is asking, so when does Maz's Wi-Fi drop?
Hey, I got some more info on the Blue Jays and Alonso if you want it.
Yeah, drop it.
So, according to Shi Davidi and Ben Nicholson-Smith of Sportsnet, they're reporting that there's no gaining of momentum between Toronto and Pete Alonso.
So it's cooled off.
Yep.
It's cooled off. That's what they're saying.
Yep. That's right on MLB Trade Rumors.
So as of right now, he's still a free agent then. At this, I mean, obviously he's still a free agent, but it sounds like they're it sounds like they're not even close. Like there was advancing talks, but I don't know. All right, guys. Repetitive question: barring any moves, if the season started today, who's batting leadoff? I mean, if they don't make any moves, I mean, in my opinion, it's Volpe.
Yeah.
There's really nobody else that I can think of as far as who could lead, other players that could lead off. I know some folks feel like it's Jazz, but I'm not. I'm a hard pass on that. There's no way I would start Jazz Chisholm.
NFP, I'll be right back.
You good?
Yeah. I just want to. I'll be right back. I think cool. I might have something more to share with you. I just gotta listen to it. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. Let me know.
All right.
Some villages lost their idiots. I think they're all here. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, Graham, exactly. Jazz Chisholm swings too much. The guy he swings out a lot of pitches that he shouldn't be swinging at. Hopefully that does improve. So going into 2025. So I'm not putting Dominguez at leadoff yet, Li. Not yet. Yeah, I know, right? I made it. I got haters on the channel. That's so funny, man. It's so funny. Hilarious. But views are views. Absolutely.
Got something for you. Jason put this out. Shout out to Jason for putting this out.
What's up?
So I was watching his video just now, and shout out to Jason of 161 River Ave. If you have not subscribed to him, do so. He just put out a very interesting piece of information. The reason why the Astros are trying to trade Ryan Presley is so they can bring back Alex Bregman.
Makes sense. Frees up some money. They're probably trying to offer him a.
They're trying to free up cash so they can make Bregman a bigger offer than what they did before. Because they did say earlier today that they would not rule out a reunion with Alex Bregman.
Well, I mean, like the Astros they never ruled out, or they're not completely ruling out bringing back Bregman. I mean, they're definitely open to it. Ultimately, that's what might happen.
Yeah,
that's what might happen. I was like, with all these teams, some of these teams that were reportedly in on Bregman, I mean, they could very well, he could very well go back to the Astros. It wouldn't surprise me. Just like how I think it wouldn't surprise me if Alonso went back to the Mets. They're just, these guys might have to sign short-term deals.
Presley, what was he, 10 per?
I think he's 15 per. I think, Graham.
Okay.
I think he's on 15 per.
Okay, because originally the Astros offered Bregman, I think it was 6 for 156 or something like that.
Yeah, it was 156 that they offered. He was looking for 200, and there was no way they were gonna offer him 200. Or in my opinion, I don't think 200 million is what he deserves. That's what I think.
I agree with you, and no, Li, we are not getting Josh Hader. We don't need that contract. He was not great last year. Let's not go there.
I wouldn't. Here's the thing, Frank. I wouldn't put Dominguez at leadoff, not right now.
Yeah,
not right now. Do
I
think
agree with that?
Too much pressure? Yeah, it's gonna be pressure. I'd rather him. In his first year, I'd rather him settle into the major leagues.
I would rather him prove that he can hit before we put him leadoff.
Yeah, we know he could. We know he could hit. I think
consistently.
Yeah, that's the thing. Consistent hitting. I would love for him to be leadoff. That's fine if he can prove himself at the major league level. We know he can. We know he can hit. We know what he did in the minors, but major leagues, it's a
different ball game.
It's a different ball game. So let's give him we got to give him two, like 1 or 2 full seasons. He hasn't played a full season at the major leagues yet.
And that's the thing. Minor league pitching is different. They don't know the weaknesses of these hitters. Major league pitchers will pick out your weaknesses the second they see them. And that's what they've done with Dominguez, unfortunately. And I hate to say it like that, but they have. Mm-hmm. So when he can adjust to major league pitching, then you put Dominguez in the leadoff spot. But putting him in the leadoff spot now will add pressure to him, and it'll cause him to not self-destruct, but it will cause him to start, what would you say, jumping at pitches and becoming more anxious at the plate. So I think it's better if you start him lower in the order to get used to seeing major league pitching and to pick the brain of guys like Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I think right now, if they were to go with this current roster, assuming they don't add another bat, I think I would say Volpe is probably going to be your leadoff guy, even though I don't agree with it. But you look at the current roster, that's who makes the most sense right now.
Did you see Ken's comment?
Yeah, I did.
Who's the available left-handed relievers available to grab now? Well, Andrew Nardi is one.
If he is available, I mean, you'd have to trade.
If he is available,
yeah.
I'm sure you could probably, if the Yankees did make a trade for Arenado, and that's only if they can, and if they do, maybe see if you can either get John King or JoJo Romero from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be mad with either one of them. So,
freaking Rob. Shout out to my boy Rob. Oh man. But
Oh, Jesus.
so I wanna ask the chat though. I want you all to type a name, right? I want you all to type a name. If the Yankees don't add another bat, who's your leadoff guy? I want you all to give me your opinions here. For New York, he was a leadoff hitter for the Diamondbacks for 6 years. But the question is, I don't think the Yankees are going to put Goldschmidt at the leadoff spot. Not now.
Yeah.
6 years ago, yeah, maybe. But I want to know from all of you. I want you all to give me some names here. With this
Also,
current roster,
for left-handed relievers that are available, I forgot Andrew Chafin and Tim Hill.
yeah, well, I'm a hard pass on Chafin.
I am too, but
Okay.
I would gladly welcome back Tim Hill.
I would welcome back Tim Hill too. Hell, I'll even give Tim Hill an extension. I am just kidding. I am just saying that just to say that. But
I know where you're going with that.
Yeah, but seriously, I want to know from all of you. All right, I want to know from all of you who is your leadoff hitter if the Yankees don't add another bat. So Frank B78, he's saying Belly ? Do you feel that Belly could be a leadoff hitter? I want you to tell me. Do you all feel like?
I think he's probably better as a 2 or 3 hitter. I don't know if I see him as a leadoff hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Volpe maybe, but I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would put Belly there.
Yeah, so I'm getting a couple of people saying Volpe. A couple of folks are saying Dominguez. Frank is saying Belly would be the better option at leadoff than Volpe, which hey, I get it.
But if they did lead off Belly, I wouldn't be mad about it.
On Yes Hot Stove, they already mentioned Dominguez with leadoff hitter. Like, is that guaranteed? Did they say that that's definitely happening? On timeout, Rob. What are you talking about?
Oh, who was the first one that you timed out?
I don't even remember the name.
Was it Jared or something like that?
Nah, it was. I don't know. It was.
He'll text you.
Yeah, it wasn't somebody important apparently. So, and I would never. Yeah, and I would never block Rob from Pinstripe.
No, Rob is funny.
Rob is my guy, man. Like the guys
that Pinstripe
are my guys. Yeah, no, Rob is good, man. I don't mess with Rob. But okay, so Sean is saying Volpe, Bellinger. They said he was the best candidate.
I don't know if that's true necessarily.
Oh, okay.
What?
No, I think somebody timed out Rob because they thought that he was a troll. Well, all right, folks. I see the text here from a couple of you. Thank you for reaching out.
I'll take a look.
Yeah. I'll reach out to Rob.
Okay.
I'll reach out to Rob.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, Gusto had accidentally timed out Rob.
All right, cool. Nah, I know he texted me. We're good. We're good.
D-Rod, see what happens when I'm not around? Laughing my ass off. This time it wasn't me. What's up, D-Rod?
What up, D-Rod? How's it going, man? Isn't Kike Hernandez available?
Yes, he is.
Kind of have to wonder. Why the Dodgers haven't even signed him back yet.
They got no room for him.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's true. So I wonder if the Yankees looked into him. I know the Yankees looked into him last year,
Maybe.
but the Yankees, I know the Yankees wanted to use him more as like a guy that comes off the bench where,
Yeah.
he, but he wanted to play on the field, which I mean, I don't blame him. Kike is good. Oh, Iglesias, the OMG, the oh my god guy.
Yeah, that's what I figured. CT.
Rob just texted me saying that he's on that Gusto's on his hit list. All right, Gusto, you're in deep trouble now.
This is not a case of Yankee fans overreacting, Li. I mean, come on, man. That's an overreaction right there. The Yankee fans aren't overreacting. I don't understand where you're getting that from or how that's an overreaction.
Yeah, Gusto says bring it.
Did you see what Brad wrote?
Yeah, I did.
Damn it, Gusto.
Oh my god. Trying to get me in trouble here with people I know. But yeah, like it's I hope some names I was hoping for some breaking news while we were live, man. Like, Alex Bregman from Nindor.
Oh, I got something for you.
What?
So Dylan Cease is on the block, right?
Oh, that I know, yeah.
Guess what? One of the teams that is interested in him.
Who?
Minnesota.
Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, so Minnesota, honestly, if they get Dylan Cease, actually that rotation would be pretty decent, man.
All right, Graham, you got me. But that I found interesting is that the Twins are interested. And San Diego is interested in Christian Vasquez. So maybe they work out a deal where Christian Vasquez goes to San Diego and San Diego sends Dylan Cease to Minnesota.
I'm thinking. I mean,
just a thought, because
yeah.
If the Twins are seriously interested in him, might be worth watching.
Would you do this?
No. I don't want Christian Vasquez. I don't think that would be a wise move. Willie Castro, I would take, but I wouldn't want Christian Vasquez.
Yeah, Willie Castro. That's a name. That's a name that's been mentioned by some of the fans that are out there. So the Yankees do need a catcher though. And shout out to my guy Rodney, aka Mr. Controversy, who just gifted a Strike Zone membership. So, who is the recipient of that membership? I'm trying to see. Looks like Jake Boss. Jake Boss is the recipient of that membership. So, shout out to you, Ronnie. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
You know who I really think should make a push for Dylan Cease?
Who's that?
Baltimore.
They need pitching desperately.
They need to make up for the loss of Corbin Burns, and that would give them a metric ass ton of production from the pitching side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, well, they do need help for pitching.
No,
Or
the Mets have already said they're not going after. That's why they didn't go after Freed. So no, they're probably not going to go after Cease.
yeah, I think. I would say the Mets are set with their starting rotation.
But the Orioles will be a perfect fit for a Cease trade.
Well, they need help with their rotation. I mean, now they need to sign Burns back, so who's their guy in their rotation? They signed Morton, but
that's not enough, though.
No, it's definitely not enough. I'm not saying it is. It's definitely not going to be enough. So they need somebody.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Well, the Braves.
The Braves could go out and get Cease to replace Freed. That's interesting.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time though. Honestly, just because they were in on Cease in the last offseason. There was some chatter about Dylan Cease going to the Braves, but it never went down. And then Flaherty's still out there. I mean, D-Rod brought up Jack Flaherty. I mean, he might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Li, I was saying earlier that the Twins, if they were to get Dylan Cease in that rotation, that would be a solid rotation for the Twins.
Yeah. I just wonder though if Minnesota has enough to give up to get Cease, as well as I thought they were trying to cut payroll.
Depends on what the Padres are looking for, because they're also trying to shed payroll as well.
Yeah.
So it's like these are two teams that are both trying to shed payroll. Graham, are the Padres committed to do anything? Yeah, there's a little bit of issues with the ownership, and yeah, there's some problems going on there. So who knows if they even make any moves, really. They have some ownership issues and then financial issues as well.
Their ownership issues are bad right now.
Very bad. Very bad.
It's very bad, and it's getting ugly really quickly. Apparently, the brothers of the late owner, right, want to relocate the team, while the wife or the widow of the late owner wants to stay in San Diego, and she is suing his brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's some issues going on right now with the Padres. So they're kind of they're in a bit of a mess right now. So I don't.
That's it. Thank you, David, for that.
Peter Steeler. Yeah, he was the owner.
That's who it was.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, Padres they're in trouble.
Padres they are a hot mess right now.
Yeah. Financially they're not in a good spot, and then as far as organizational, they're not really in a good spot. They don't really have a strong front office right now. It's a mess, man. What's up, Jacob Petruzzi? How's it going, man? But last thing I want to get into, though, I mean, I know we covered a lot, but the last thing I want to get into, and I hate to bring it up, but it needs to be talked about, is this Mariano Rivera scandal. Yeah. This isn't good. Not good.
It's a very tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
He was so beloved by the Yankee fans, by Major League Baseball, and I'm not saying it is true. I'm not saying it's not true. We just don't know. But if it is true, then the proper repercussions need to be taken. And I know this is not going to sound good or anything that people want to hear, but he needs to be removed from the Hall of Fame and in Monument Park, if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, as a human being, I mean, if those allegations are true, right now, I mean, if there is a civil lawsuit apparently,
Yeah.
so if those allegations are true, I hope that he does suffer the consequences, him and his wife. I hope they're not. I mean, I do hope they're not, but right now it's not looking good.
It's a very serious case. Things are not going well for that right now, guys. There's a lot of speculation on what is going on. Brad, the allegations are that there was sexual assault or something like that going on in his church. We don't know if it's true. If it is true, like I said, the proper repercussions have to be taken. The proper measures need to be taken, and it's almost like you've got to give him the Pete Rose treatment. You can't condone that kind of behavior, especially when you've had that kind of a career and then you tank it all because of that.
Yeah, so they're not. Yeah, so they're not saying that Mariano Rivera committed these acts, but he was covering it up.
Right.
So there was a claim that this girl was getting sexually assaulted, and apparently, again, Mariano Rivera and his and his wife were covering it up, and now there's these allegations against them. I mean, again, we don't know if that is the case. There is a lawsuit. It doesn't look like he's facing any jail time as of right now.
But that's TBD, unfortunately.
Yeah, and as far as stuff like that goes, I have no tolerance for that kind of crap. I don't.
Nor do I.
Yeah, I don't, man. I mean, for me, it's like if those stories are true, if like those things are true, you take them out of Monument Park. You you don't the number 42 is never to be worn again. It's never, and you don't make a mention of his name ever again. Like, it's as simple as that. Li, I mean, why would he cover it up if he didn't do anything wrong? We're just going off of the reports, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they're saying that they're claiming it's a cover up. Mo is saying that there was nothing like that, but we don't know. We got to wait till more comes out pertaining to the story.
When more comes out, then more comes out. But at this point, it's all speculation. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. Nobody knows the exact details of it. The only thing we know is, what's being reported.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, man. It just sucks to hear that about I know people say arguably the best closer. I think he was the best closer in the game, and he still is, past, present, future. I think I think he was the best closer in the game. But it's just such a shame that, like, you're if this stories are true, if the allegations are true, it's just a shame because now your career just went to complete waste as a result.
And I just want to bring this comment up from John the Beagle Day because it's a good point. It's a bad look for Mo, not the Yankees. In no way will that ever be taken away from him.
Yeah. And Li says to me, I'm a wrestling fan. He's like, Mo did anything, he becomes Chris Benoit. Well, I hate
to say it, but he's got a point on that.
Yeah, he does have a point, because Benoit, man, I mean, not to go down that rabbit hole, but Benoit did, we know what he did, and that was despicable what he did.
Yeah.
And his name is not spoken anymore. You don't even see any of his moves or his name being mentioned. That was another guy that had a very successful career in wrestling and pro wrestling, and then freaking After what he did to his wife and kid, I'm like, dude, that's just like that's asinine. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So, and Graham's saying, "Oh, you better believe that if anything is proved, someone will try and land it on the Yankees as a smear." Well, that would be stupid because it would have nothing to do with the Yankees. That would all be on Mo if that is the case.
I mean, D-Rod also has a point here as well, and an answer to Li's question. Rivera tried to cover up, not to tarnish his reputation or his church or charity. He's not wrong.
I mean, he's not wrong. No, I mean, he's not wrong. So, again, it's just, and we got to let it play out. That's why, that's what I'm saying. If these stories are true, that would be disappointing. And if that's the case, man, like I would never make a mention of that dude's name again.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that.
I don't think at that point you'd be able to.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be something that could be done. I think it because of how inexcusable that is.
And Gusto's asking if they were true, they wouldn't file criminal charges, though. I mean, I would assume they would at that point.
They probably would at that point. It would go up the chain, and the criminal charges would be filed.
Well, yeah, I mean, Graham, anything pertaining to the Yankees, I mean, the social media is going to try and badmouth them at any given moment. So, I mean, that's just what a lot of non-Yankees fans do. But, man,
it's a hard pill to swallow if that is true.
I was gonna. What is Ken? But yeah, you gotta wonder. I mean, you gotta wonder though. I mean, Mariano hasn't come out and said anything yet.
Graham has a point here.
Yeah.
The reason it is civil is because they don't have the proof to go for criminal charges. My law degree is here, but my daughter is a lawyer stateside.
No, that's fine. I mean, yeah, they have to have proof. I mean, investigations are probably still going to happen. They're going to have to, it's a process. It's a process. So, yeah, John. Unfortunately, yeah. Once your name is smeared, your reputation's over. I mean, you're right. And yeah, exactly, David. I'm sure the lawyers probably told him not to say anything yet. So, I mean, looking at it from the other side too. I mean, maybe if this stuff did go down, maybe Mariano didn't know about it because sometimes things are hidden from people.
Yeah, maybe he had no idea about it.
Yeah,
that's also possible. Maybe something did happen, and he and his wife just didn't know. I mean, you don't know. We can only speculate.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of with us folks, right? We don't know everything that's going on in the world, right? And then something happens, and the news comes out, right? So, and we were unaware of it, and people are surprised by it. So, my thing is. My thing is, I'm not going to say nothing till there's more proof, but it just sucks that this story came out.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, that's my take on it. That's my take on it, folks. That's my take on it. Do you know how easy it is to file a civil lawsuit? A civil suit would never take precedence over criminal charges. So obviously, an investigation has happened. Now it is about getting money. Nah, I don't know, man. It's maybe other people running the charitable organization kept it from Mo. I mean, maybe they're the creeps, and but it just sucks that it's falling on him. If again, he didn't know about it. So. What up, Supreme Panda? Nah, you're good there, dude. I'm probably gonna wrap it up here shortly anyway. But yeah, I'm not. I wasn't trying to end the live stream on a sad note, but it's just something that that needed to. I wanted to talk about and get brought up. Man, it's just you hear these you also not like the same stories, but I mean you hear these things about players and type of some of these crimes that they commit. I mean, I hate to bring up Wander Franco, but he was another one.
Yeah,
that one. Oof.
Gusto says, "Yo, tell Rob I'm sorry."
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool, Gusto. Don't worry about it. But if he comes after you, I don't know, man. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man, with this story. I mean, I'm sure we'll hear more about it as time goes on. But as of right now, though, when if stuff like this comes out, it's generally speaking, it doesn't look good.
No.
It doesn't look good. That type of stuff is taken very serious. We'll see. And what Jonathan's asking, what do you think could be the next move? I think the next move is a bat. I think the next move is they're going to, I think they're trying to look for a way to trade Marcus Stroman, and then they're gonna get a bat.
I think it's gonna be Arenado.
I mean, if the Cardinals are really wanting to trade Arenado, they're gonna have to eat half of his contract.
I agree.
Yeah, and Arenado, I would not be opposed to him. I'd rather get Arenado than Bregman, and I know a lot of Yankees fans will disagree.
100%.
But if those are your two choices, let's just say if they are your two choices, I'd rather go Arenado.
Yeah.
As long as the Cardinals eat half of his contract. So. But yeah, that's my take on it, folks. But let's see what happens, folks. Let's see what happens in the upcoming days. I mean, today was a busy day with baseball moves, right? The Yankees signed 2 relievers off waivers, right? Contreras and Winans, right? Winans. Contreras, those are the 2 names that they signed. Pete Alonso, Charles were advancing, but it sounds like they're not even close with the Blue Jays. Profar goes to the Braves. Presley was about to get dealt to the Cubs, but then he used his no trade clause, so he has a full no trade clause. So let's see what other moves go down. I mean, who knows? Maybe some news will break out after we're done with this live stream. But I think, and I'm with you, Graham. I think with those 2 relievers that they signed off waivers could be a padding for an upcoming trade. It's very well possible. Maybe one of those guys gets moved. I don't know which one. Yeah, maybe they package them in a deal. To with Stroman potentially. I think that could be potentially a thing. Or with Winans, who they got from the off waivers from the Braves, he might compete for a roster spot. He does have a sinker in his arsenal. So as I said earlier in the show, Matt Blake loves the sinker. So they might keep him.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens, folks. But we're going to let you go here. I'm going to get going. Do appreciate everybody jumping on and join the conversations. That does include the trolls that I put in timeout, and I'm sure they unsubscribed, which is fine. I don't need that on my channel, so I'm willing to lose subscribers over that because I don't need it. But to those who support, thank you all so much. Make sure you all subscribe to the 4 Train Express. Make sure you all subscribe to the Strike Zone. Let's get this channel to 1,500 subs, folks. I want to continue growing this channel out. I can't wait till baseball season starts because I'm getting bored. And I am getting bored. So, but let's see how many. I'm about 25 or no 26 away from 1,500. There, Jonathan. But spring training starts here in the next few weeks, right? And in 28 days, the Yankees play their first spring training game. I believe that's against Tampa Bay. So, a lot to look forward to. But enjoy the rest of your evening. Next time I go live, just make sure you hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you all next time. Have a good night.